Alright, I'm going to do a chicken stir fry today. I keep saying, I keep mentioning that I'd rather get the organic free range chicken, but the local Tesco, local supermarket, the closest supermarket to me is a small Tesco, and they don't sell the organic stuff. I would rather be getting that than the cheap stuff, you know what I mean? But it's a bad excuse though, because I should just make the effort to travel. I live in southeast London, you know what I mean? I've got every supermarket is very close by, but I do have to drive to it, that's the thing. Anyway, just a fairly standard basic kind of recipe. I'm going to make it with noodles, but obviously with rice is perfectly fine as well. Reuse that bag. So you get these noodles on straight away because they can they'll just sit, you know, we're not under any, they don't really overcook, or if they do overcook a wee bit it doesn't really matter. I should probably marinate some of this chicken for other things, but can't really be bothered at the moment. Do that another time. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the rest of that chicken, but just slice the chicken up however you feel. I reckon half a chicken breast is probably fine. Like it fairly small. Obviously chicken, gotta wash your hands. And pretty much any soft vegetables, but I'll just see what I've got. Tomatoes, I'm not sure about tomatoes, maybe not, but aubergine and onion, garlic, ginger, parsley. We want oyster sauce. I'll do it. So I do like to kind of prepare everything first of all, and then start, I should have kept that bag out, and then start frying. Mentioned it before, but people will tell you that you shouldn't leave the, you shouldn't store a sliced, an onion that's been sliced, but I do it all the time, I think it's fine. I'm just going to throw it in the bin anyway. Probably. It's a little bit much. wee bit too much onion, but okay. Just wrap it up nice and tightly, and kind of don't leave it in there for too long. That'll be fine. Noodles are very quick. Those noodles are just, I've got another packet. They're just these Sharwood fine noodles. They're really nice. I like the thin ones, I like the wee fine ones. I like the wee fine ones, the thin ones, they're good. They absorb up the soy sauces and things quite nicely. Just got a wee bit of aubergine here. Better do this. Aubergine's not something I have very often. But I probably should. I need to start eating it more, because you know it's 80 pence I think for that whole thing, and it's a really good value vegetable. It's going to become a huge portion. Just one mushroom. Turn that on. Tomatoes. No, I'm not going to bother with tomatoes. As always, I like to clean up as I go along. Chicken on. Just let it get a wee bit of colour onto the chicken first. I will use, I'll use 2 cloves of garlic. I like the garlic, I like it quite strong. So all I did was, with the noodles, just boil them up and then turn it off. I don't actually know what the packet says on how long to cook those noodles for. I think it's just 5 minutes, but it's very flexible. It's like pasta, I kind of don't care if they overcook a wee bit. Yeah. I'll use my dark soy sauce, but light soy sauce would be just as good. It would be better, I think. But I'm just needing to use that dark stuff up. And then once I do, I'm only going to buy light soy sauce after that. Rice wine. Oyster sauce is almost done. Just a wee bit of hot water in it, just to clean it out. Just a wee bit raw. A wee bit of colour in the chicken, but you don't have to be too funny about it. And all your vegetables. A bit too much vegetables, but it's okay, they'll cook down. So I'm not putting the garlic in just yet. It's kind of similar to other recipes I've done. What does it actually say? It's quite a lot. It's be a big portion. So when you're putting different things in, you know, peppers, aubergines, onions, mushrooms, you kind of don't, it doesn't take much, and they build up to a big, huge portion. And the chicken, obviously. Plunge noodle, simmer for 4 minutes. 4 minutes is what they say. So, but obviously quite flexible. It doesn't really matter too much. I'll just dump these through a colander just now. I'm going to put the noodles into the stir fry at the end, so even if they cool down a wee bit, it's okay, you know. So the timing is very flexible. You don't have to accurately time the two things to cook together. In fact, actually, I'll tell you what I'll do. I won't mix the noodles through. I will put the noodles separately into the bowl with some sesame oil on them. Just season the noodles in the bowl. Just do that. Now, as I've mentioned before, some things with hygiene I'm not too worried about. Some things I'm a bit funny about. I mean, this is probably hot enough that it's cooking, but this touched the raw meat in the beginning when I first put the chicken in. So I'm going to give this a quick clean. Probably a wee bit of overkill, probably not necessary, because it's, you know, it's in amongst the hot food and stuff. But just cook it down and that's it. And I haven't put the garlic in yet. I quite like putting the garlic in near the end. I think it gives it a bit stronger flavour, and lighter cooked, you know, less cooked garlic is good for you. It's I think to get the most benefit from garlic you should be eating it raw. So that's why I'm putting it in quite near the end, just before the liquids go in. No salt in this. No salt in this because I could just touch the lens there, but no salt because there's so much salt in the soy sauce and the oyster sauce. So what I'll do is just put these noodles into the bowl just now. It may cool down a wee bit, but it's okay. you put the sesame oil into the dish, into the into the pan with the chicken and stuff, the flavour kind of disappears a wee bit. I'm just going to put the sesame oil straight onto those noodles. So once this is starting to fry and it's starting to catch, and it's getting right down to a nice fried, you know, you're thinking it's almost done, just keep the heat up nice and high. And it's all starting to catch in the bottom, it's getting sticky, you know, it's not burning, but it's you're getting the brown bits on the bottom all caramelising, and it's all looking nicely cooked. You just want to control it now and get ready to put your liquids in. I've got the rice wine. The first thing to go in. A wee bit of parsley as well, just because I've got it. So put that sesame oil straight onto the noodles. Fair amount, and I really like it. Okay, so this is starting to catch now, so we just put the start putting the liquids in. Good shot of the rice wine. Now this dark soy sauce is very, very dark, so it's going to really blacken everything. The light stuff is better, I think. I'm starting to prefer the light over the dark. So when I run out of this dark soy sauce, I'm not going to replace it. I'm just going to only buy light. But get the stuff if you can from the Chinese supermarket. It's really good. I think I prefer it to the stuff in the supermarket. Sesame oil, a wee bit of soy sauce. Garlic in now. So lightly cooked garlic, soy sauce, and then this oyster sauce. We come keep and the browned oyster sauce. I put some water in it to clear just a wee shot off it. And then that's it. Really dark, really rich, intense, and maybe put a wee bit too much water into that bottle there to clean the oyster sauce out. A hot tap ran a bit fast. But basically reduce that down, and once it's down to a sauce, and it tastes really good already. As usual, clean up as you go along. The sauce with this is so strong and intense that I just don't feel the need to marinate the chicken or marinate anything beforehand. I think the sauce kind of is strong enough at the end to flavour everything really, really well. In at the end. I've used chicken, but obviously pork, beef, prawns, more vegetables. Just, you don't need the chicken for this. You don't need meat, or it could be purely vegetables for this. Exactly the same. There's too much liquid in it. I put too much water in that oyster sauce. That's going to take forever to boil down. That. It's really good. Yeah, those sauces from the Chinese supermarket are really good. That and putting the garlic into the putting the garlic in at the end, just before the liquids go in, not frying the garlic from the beginning. I think that's kind of made my stir fries really good. Have to stand around in an awkward silence now, I'm afraid, while this kind of cooks down. It's thickening up now. So just keep that on. So it's been on the full heat, on the highest temperature the whole time. But it does no harm for this to cook. You know, the vegetables are maybe a wee bit overcooked now, but that's okay. The chicken will benefit from being cooked a bit longer anyway, so that's fine. Noodles are still warm. They're good. There you go. So it's kind of fine now. If you want a bit more sauce, you can kind of just stop now. You sort of see there's a fair amount of sauce there now, so you could stop right now. I'm going to go a wee bit further. I like it nice and a wee bit drier, a bit richer. Let's have some juice. I'll call that done now. So yeah, very, very dark because of the dark soy sauce. It wouldn't be so dark if, obviously, if you'd use the lighter soy sauce. But see, that liquid's almost disappeared now, and it's nice and thick and rich. And the more you kind of reduce it like that, the more intense and stronger it becomes. And that's what I like. You can see there's almost no sauce there now. So as usual, we end up with a. I'm going to let that soak. A plate of food in a clean kitchen almost. Let that soak for a bit. So that's you there. See, that's you a really rich and intense chicken stir fry on noodles. Obviously on rice as well. Exactly the same. You just have rice, and that's done.